Welcome to Safetica 101. In this episode, we will cover how to install and set up the Safetica Management Console. The first part of installing the Safetica Management Console is to run the installer. During the installation, there will be 3 steps: selecting the language, choosing the installation method, and choosing whether or not to install Web Safetica. In this training, we are doing the automatic installation. Manual installation requires a few additional steps, which are covered in another training. After downloading the Safetica installation package, run it on the machine you wish to set the management console on. First, select the language you wish to use for your management console. In this training, we are going over automatic installation of Safetica, so go ahead and select automatic. Now you'll be prompted to agree to the end-user license agreement. I, of course, have read every single line of this, as I always do when installing software, so I will click on Agree and move on. Next, we will take a look at the system requirements for installation. In a smaller environment, you can set up the management console on a machine with 4 gigs of RAM and 10 gigs of disk space. Now we have the option to install Web Safetica. This can be installed later and will be part of another training, so we will move on. Now the installation process will begin. The majority of the installation will be the SQL Express portion. Once that completes, the management console will install quickly. Now that SQL Express is installed, the console goes through quickly and installation is complete. Now let's move on to configuring the console. During the initial configuration of the console, there will be 5 steps we must complete. Create an administrator password, import Active Directory users and devices when applicable, download the endpoint agent, add the Safetica license key, and then set a monitoring policy. After the Safetica installation is complete, you'll be connected to the console and go through the initial configuration. The first step of the initial configuration is to set your administrator password. The initial administrator account will be Safetica by default, but you have the option to set the password used to access the console. After creating your password, click Continue. In the next step, you have the option to import your users and groups from Active Directory. You can import the entire list or just certain items. Since we are not deploying to an Active Directory environment in this training, we will skip this step. Now you have the option to get the downloader agent. If you wish to download the agent MSI to be used later, you can download it from here. You can also download this later, so let's move on. Now we must put in the license key. This key will come directly from Safetica. Once you put in your key, it will check to make sure it's valid, and then you can continue. Now it's time to set which Safetica features you would like to activate. There are 4 main categories to choose from: monitoring, application control, web control, DLP, and alerts. All of these features can be changed and configured later on through the management console. But if you wish to put plans in place upon initial setup, you can select from any of the plans listed and they will be enabled upon initial installation. In this training, we will select basic monitoring, but add advanced application control. Once you've selected your plan, click Start Protection to complete this process. Congratulations! Your Safetica Management Console has been set up. Now you can start deploying Safetica endpoint protection to your computers. Thanks for watching this episode of Safetica 101. This training introduced you to some of the many features and capabilities of Safetica. For more information, please visit our website at safeticausa.com or call us at 1-877-545-1509.